The world is witnessing a seismic shift in the global order. Emerging economies are asserting themselves on the world stage. No longer content with being rule-takers, they seek to become rule-makers. At the forefront of this transformation stands BRICS. BRICS is an acronym representing 5 of the world's most dynamic economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Together, they represent a significant portion of the world's population, landmass, and economic output. BRICS is more than just an economic bloc. It represents a new model of global governance, one that emphasizes cooperation, dialogue, and respect for national sovereignty. The member countries share a common desire for a more equitable and just world order, one where their voices are heard and their interests are respected. The rise of BRICS has profound implications for the future of global politics and economics. It challenges the existing power structures and offers an alternative vision for international relations. The world is watching closely as BRICS continues to evolve and shape the 21st century. The term BRIC was first coined in 2001 by Jim O'Neill, then chairman of Goldman Sachs Asset Management. It was purely an economic concept. O'Neill argued that the combined economic potential of Brazil, Russia, India, and China was too significant to ignore. He predicted that these 4 countries would become major drivers of global growth in the coming decades. In 2009, the BRIC countries held their first formal summit in Russia. This marked a significant turning point. It signaled their intention to move beyond economic cooperation and engage in political dialogue. South Africa joined the group in 2010, expanding the acronym to BRICS. This edition aimed to bring a strong African voice to the table and further enhance the group's global representation. The transition from BRIC to BRICS marked a shift from a purely economic concept to a geopolitical alliance. This was driven by a shared belief that the existing global governance structures were outdated and no longer served their interests. BRICS offered a platform for these countries to coordinate their positions on global issues and challenge the dominance of the West. At the heart of BRICS lies a commitment to a set of core principles that guide its interactions and collaborations. These principles are not merely rhetoric. They represent the foundation upon which BRICS seeks to build a new paradigm of international relations. First and foremost is the principle of non-interference. BRICS nations firmly believe in respecting the sovereignty of all countries and refraining from intervening in their internal affairs. This stands in stark contrast to what they perceive as the West's tendency to impose its values and systems on others. Secondly, equality is paramount. BRICS advocates for a level playing field in international affairs, where all countries have an equal voice regardless of their size or economic might. This is particularly important for emerging economies that often feel marginalized in global institutions dominated by developed nations. Finally, mutual benefit underpins all BRICS initiatives. The group strives for win-win solutions that benefit all members, recognizing that cooperation and collaboration are key to achieving shared prosperity and addressing common challenges. These principles of non-interference, equality, and mutual benefit are not just lofty ideals, they are practical guidelines that inform BRICS's approach to global governance and shape its interactions on the world stage. The BRICS alliance is not a static entity. It is constantly evolving and adapting to the changing global landscape. One of the most significant developments in recent years has been the expansion of its membership. This expansion reflects BRICS's growing influence and its commitment to building a truly inclusive global order. In 2024, BRICS took a bold step by inviting 4 new members to join its ranks: Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates. This expansion brought together a diverse group of countries from Africa, the Middle East, and Asia, further solidifying BRICS' position as a leading voice for the Global South. The inclusion of Indonesia in early 2025 marked another milestone, making it the first Southeast Asian nation to join BRICS. Indonesia's strategic location and growing economic clout make it a valuable addition to the group. This expansion is not merely symbolic, it is strategic. By broadening its membership, BRICS aims to amplify its voice in international forums, diversify its economic partnerships, and strengthen its ability to address global challenges collaboratively. Beyond its principles and expanding membership, BRICS is actively working toward building a more multipolar world. This involves challenging the dominance of Western-led institutions and creating alternative platforms for cooperation and development. One of BRICS' flagship initiatives is the New Development Bank, or NDB. Established as an alternative to the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, the NDB aims to provide funding for infrastructure and sustainable development projects in emerging economies. Another key initiative is BRICS Pay, a digital payment system designed to rival SWIFT, the Western-dominated international payment network. BRICS Pay seeks to reduce reliance on the US dollar and promote the use of local currencies in international transactions. Furthermore, BRICS has established the Contingent Reserve Arrangement, or CRA, a financial safety net for member countries facing balance of payments difficulties. This mechanism is intended to provide an alternative to seeking assistance from the IMF, which often comes with stringent conditions. These initiatives demonstrate BRICS' commitment to creating a more equitable and balanced global financial system, one that is less dependent on the West and more responsive to the needs of developing countries.